Okay, sound check 1, 2, 3. It looks good here on the side. Stream is on the green. We've got picture and looks like it's good. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a nice weekend. Feeling good, feeling excited. I'm on my continuation to prepare for the MCC, so we're back into the Airbus again. And we will be in fact flying the Airbus basically until I finish the MCC, which is going to take a little bit more time. But it's good. It's good. We love the Airbus. It's good for practice. We also have a bunch of different versions of the Airbus. And I'm finally doing this route. You guys requested me to fly from Tokyo to Hakodate. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Or not necessarily from Tokyo. But yes, we are definitely flying there. So short route, 1 hour and something. We have a bunch of traffic. In fact, it even looks like we might have an event here in Tokyo, because there is really a bunch of traffic and a lot of control as well, which is great because the flight is not going to be very long, and also because, well, it's for practice reasons, so it's even better to have controlled well, to have ATC here on VATSIM. I didn't check the weather yet. I kind of went unprepared because I was actually going with preparation for the flight for the stream tomorrow. And oh, Syncrash Flyer, here's my ticket. Please make sure I get a good seat. Syncrash Flyer, thank you so much, man. How are you? How are you doing? That was a nice picture of the A300 there that you sent on the Discord. That was pretty cool. Those are some rare birds, and they sound quite nice as well. Oh, and look, there's an airplane on approach there. Seems like a 787. Very cool. Now, I am running real weather, not running real time, because otherwise it would be completely pitch black. And I want to enjoy a little bit of the scenery because Japan is quite scenic, so that's cool. And so, yeah, we are like late-ish evening. We should be arriving almost nighttime into Hakodate, so that should be good. Delivery was provided by Syncrash Flyer. I don't know where I can get the link for it, so ask him. The only thing I had to grab from a different livery was the engines, because I used the Cardamod, and that livery did not have the Cardamod engine paint, so I had to grab it from a different place. And the link is down in the description, so if you want to have this old configuration of the A320, here it is. So yeah, RFS Airbus, привет, снова с тобой, давай полетим, с диспами будет весело. Willful, hey, good to see you here. Are you flying with us as well? And also, I don't know what happened there, but at the beginning when I was about to start the stream, my chat started to auto-translate everything to Russian. Which was very weird. Even my own message got translated. So I disabled that function. I don't know why they enable that kind of stuff without asking permission, or do you actually need that? Because I want to talk to you in English, not Russian, so yeah. Stormy, hi, hello. I was at Haneda a few days ago. Wish I could be back in Tokyo. Oh, you were like, for real? That's pretty cool, man. Yes, they are becoming increasingly rare, which is why it turned out to be a good picture. Oh, that is for sure. Man, it's almost like a postcard. Willful, it's me in the gate next to your right. My wing stuck in the jetway. Ah. Okay, I see. Alright, so what's the deal today? I will be doing some different flows. They're not very different from what I was already doing, but I will be focusing a little bit more on what is pilot's flying function, what is pilot monitoring function. So I'll try to divide those as much as I can, and also using a little bit of different call-outs on the procedures, because I'm just following a document here that I received as standard operating procedures. And we will be doing that. So that's the idea. That's the idea. So I can get the flows right, I can get the callouts right, and I am a little bit better prepared for the MCC, which is what we want, right? Because the simulator is a fantastic tool. We can have a lot of fun and also learn. So let's start with the basic stuff. Going into the cabin, all that stuff, and yeah. Stormy, a short vacation. Oh man, vacations are very nice. I'm very much in need of one. Like, I really need a vacation, to be fair. Like, very, very much. Alright, we'll just spawn through. I'll just confirm that the parking brake is set, the engines are off, the flaps and spoilers are retracted, the weather radar is in the off position as well, the gear is down and we got both wipers off, and the batteries are above 25.5. So you guys know the deal. We're gonna start, boot it up, let it power up, and while it does that, I want to see and analyze a little bit Sim Brief, because I really didn't have any time to look into it. And the route is a little bit weird because the first waypoint that I have here is Bruce, and there is no departures that go via Bruce. So this is gonna be interesting. But anyway, let's watch a couple of things first. Before I want to watch any weight stuff, I want to watch weather stuff. So in Tokyo is pretty good, wind is light. Forecast is fantastic. We've got ATIS here on VATSIM. LDA Whiskey Runway 22, LDA Whiskey Runway 23 in use, so they are using parallel runways. Departure runway 16 left and 16 right. Departure frequency 126.0. Simultaneous LDA approach to runway 22, runway 23 are in progress, and wind 200 at 5, variable between 150 and 250. Ceiling of visibility okay. Temp 24. Much better here. 17 on dew point, QNH 1011, and they also give it in inches of mercury, which is nice. And the rest seems fine. So 1011, before I forget it, I might already just go with it. So 1011, 1011, and set it here as well. Continuing on, what do we have here? We have a couple of closed taxiway. Taxiway Juliet, Juliet 1, Juliet 2, closed due to construction. Whiskey, restricted due to construction, not available for aircraft. This is on the 30th of May, so this is actually in effect, like literally entered 14 minutes ago, and this one as well. And this one as well. So we have a bunch of taxiways that are in op. I'll just thrust the ground controller. Alright, let's see our destination. Auto, wind 2706, good visibility, no clouds detected, temperature 12, dew point 91007, and seems pretty calm, which is good. We also have a no temp here, obstacle light unserviceable on the tower. Well, that seems fine to me. Alright, let's see what we get on the route. On the route, we'll be crossing a jet stream, of course, and that's why I picked up to go from Tokyo to Hakodate and not the other way around, just because we would otherwise fly against the jet stream, and it is pretty intense, 140 knots between flight level 220 and 470 with the core at flight level 340. We also have associated turbulence, and other than that, seems pretty good. Let me just check here the weather radar. Yeah, seems alright. Checking the SIGMETs as well, perhaps something. Nope, this should be volcanic ash. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so in terms of weather, I am pretty comfortable. Altitude flight level 350. Cost next 5. We're gonna fuel 5.3, and our diversion fuel is gonna be 2.2. Jesus Christ, that was a terrible arrow. 2.2 diversion fuel. Routes, direct to Bruce, Agris, Yankee 11, Yankee Tango Echo to Yankee 113, Taxir, Patras, and then it says runway 12 into Hakodate. We don't have a lot of time, so as soon as we go up in the air and I have a little bit of free time, I'm gonna start preparing stuff. Alright, zero fuel weight. Are expecting 57.5. That seems good to me. 5.3 on the fuel. We are takeoff weight 62.6, which is below max landing weight, so we're not overweight. That's nice. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Top of climb, -42. Good. Alright, seems good to me. Plane has done its self-test, so now because I am pilot flying, I will be doing the overhead, and starting from here, here. That seems fine. We'll do 1, 2, 3. So that's on. Strobes auto. Pack flow will do normal. That's auto set. Fuel pumps not required. APU checked. Engines checked. No lights, no lights. That's off. Panel off. Good. Here. Checking oxygen mask. Constraint. Plan mode. Range 40. QNH is set. I'll go through the pages. Got hydraulic, had oil, and you know what? I might just already just load the plane. Why not? So we went 57.5. Almost got it right. 57.5. Apply, and we want 5.3 on the fuel. So that's set. Let's check whether it's balanced or not. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Temps are good. We already have the closed doors. I'll just do a recall here very quickly. That seems fine. Auto. We'll do transponding on. I know it's not by procedure, but it's what we get. Alright, let's do init request. I'll use this function, and we'll see that. Willful, I have a PDF for briefing if you want to simulate multi-crew. No, I have my own, don't worry. I have my own as well. Alright, data link in progress. IRSs are being aligned, so let's just confirm we're departing from Haneda to Hakodate. Our alternate is Romeo Juliet Charlie. That is correct. We are all Nippon 745, Costin X5, flight level 350 -43. That is correct. In terms of weight, we've got 57.5, and I think the CG is wrong though. Yes, it is. 29.1. Alright, now the flight plan data link is in progress, and block is 5.3 because we have the fuel on board. We'll do seatbelt sign on and fuel pumps on. Does it take this time, or is it like instantaneous? I'm afraid of just deleting. Performance data uplink. AOC. Alright, so let's confirm. We got the flight plan. I'll wait for the SID to confirm. I'm not gonna put that. Progress page will put... you know what? Because the winds here are 17. 17 on the winds. If something goes wrong, I'd probably like to go onto runway 16 left as a landing. We have an ILS for 16 left. Yep, so 16 left it is. We'll do that. Flight plan progress performance. I'll do uplink takeoff data. Well, no request because we don't have the runway, so that's okay. Fuel prediction is fine. Let me just scroll down here and delete. Should have gone to the end. And delete the discontinuity here. Insert. And alright, we've got the ATIS. So let me check the document. Prepare the charts, obtain ATIS, we got that. And as pilot flying, I'll call request ATC clearance. So Of course I had to open the bloody video editor. No! I don't want you now. That was fun. Oh god. Alright, let's see. Control ground 1217. Let me just confirm the ATIS again. This is information. Mic. Okay, information mic. And 1217. You're really sticky today, man. You still went up. Okay, 1217. We got tower on 118.575.
Tokyo ground, good evening Japan, 104 on mic, request spot 12.
1002 disregard. Japan 104 Tokyo ground taxi via Lima, holding point Lima 6.
Lima to Lima 6, holding point Japan 104.
全日空羽田313
this is another ground, right?
ユニフォーム2パパ11経由スポットまでどうぞ。
Tokyo ground.
ユニフォーム11パパ11
Or
ユニフォーム
Tokyo
4
livery.
ユニフォーム2パパ11進行スポットまでしてます。了解しました。313。その通りです。デルタ
And we are on gate 59, I think.
Delta 168, go ahead. Delta 168, taxi via Papa 11, hold short Papa. Taxi Papa 11, short Papa Delta 168.
Tokyo livery, very good evening. All Nippon 745 on stand Golf 59er with information mic requesting IFR.
All Nippon 745, Tokyo delivery clear to Hakodate Airport via Rover 3 Alpha departure, Blues transition Japan route. Maintain flight level 170, squawk 4761.
And say again departure please for all Nippon 745.
All Nippon 745, Rover 3 Alpha departure, Blues transition.
Route transition. Okay. Clear to Hakodate on the Rover 3 Alpha departure via Agris transition. Flight plan route, initial climb 170, squawk 4761, all Nippon 745.
All Nippon 745, flight log is correct, departure runway 16 left.
For runway 16 left, all Nippon 745.
Japan 104.
Okay, so squawk 47, that was fun. 61. Set initial flight level 170. And we plan for runway 16 left. That is a difficult pronunciation for me to get. Rover 3 Alpha via Agris.
Taxi holding Lima 15 168.
It's not the Agris, it's Bruce. Jesus Christ. But I'll send him a message.
全日空の313失礼しました。目的地148番通過してしまったため、このパパ11からパパ周りで再度スポットインお願いします。
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the Bruce. But I'm just looking at the chart. The Bruce one ends at Agris.
全日空羽田313了解いたしました。パパ11パパ
I sent him a message. We'll
進行
plan
マイク
for
前
now.
待機
Alright, let's confirm that all the constraints are correct. So straight out. 500 left hand turn Tango 6 Lima 23. Walda above 6. Pluto Kaiji Hoon below flight level 150. Rover above 12.
Nippon 185 Tokyo delivery clear
And
to
to Bruce
Hakodate
above
Airport via road.
150, Agris.
What? Stand by.
And there it is. Okay, seems good. We're waiting for that, and while we wait for the aiders to align, let me go into data, IRS. We'll leave it here. There we go, GPS primary. And I'll go also to performance, actually, you know. Uplink takeoff data, request takeoff data. Clear, receive, let's do a flex, of course. 38, 38, 41, flaps 1, flex 68. Okay, seems good. Seems perfectly fine. 16 left. Beautiful. Same crash flyer. When I flew that route, we flew right across along the coast where you could see lots of ships and such. Oh, nice. I don't think ours is gonna be exactly across the coast. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like exactly on the middle of Japan. So. Alright, let's go for the briefing. So the briefing is done slightly differently, and it starts as a pilot monitoring. And pilot monitoring states, takeoff runway will do 16 left on the... wait, sorry. Let me do it like this. So, let's imagine I'm now the pilot monitoring on this flight. So we'll be departing runway 16 left via the Rover 3 Alpha departure. That's on page 10-3 Golf, effective from the 1st of October at 15 Zulu. Interestingly, while we're cleared to flight level 170 and to Agris transition. The MSI in the airport is 6,300, and our extra fuel and time should have checked here on the box. I see it's a little bit different. We have an extra time of 30 minutes. Sorry, wrong. 20 minutes. Then I go as a pilot flying and I call for hotspots. So as we are on stand 59er, I'll be pushing back here on Romeo. I expect facing north, taxi via Echo 9 to Echo, I would say, and then cross Kilo to Charlie 14 on runway 16 left, full length. Our stop margin for the RTO, as we're using max V1 speed, is 904 meters. And in case we have a failure of the engine, we'll proceed straight ahead. And yeah, I'll do this one. And basically climb out, clean out, accelerate, clean out, and then we will consider a holding, solve the situation, and come back. We don't have a takeoff alternate. Threats for today: traffic, I believe. Traffic, so monitoring the traffic situation. Different radio communication because the accent is quite hard for me. I'm not familiar flying in Japan. So we will confirm all the calls. We'll confirm all the calls. If we don't understand anything, we'll ask to say again slowly, and then proceed. After departure, we'll enable the autopilot. No LVP. Don't have an observer pilot. No dangerous goods. That's basically the briefing. Okay, good. Any questions? I don't think so. I kind of didn't like that we don't really brief how are we departing. Wait, did I not select the SID? I thought I did, sorry. So from 16 left, climb and heading 158 out of 500, turn left directed to Tango 6, Lima 20, clear to wall at above 6 to Pluto, Kaiji Spoon at above 150 to Rover at above 12. Transition altitude is 14,000, require RNAV 1, DME or GNSS, we comply with that, radar service required. Minimum climb gradient not applicable to us, and DME gap, runways 16 left, departure end of runway to 1 mile from departure end of runway. Okay, well, now feels a little bit better to me. I got it ready, we completed the briefing, cockpit preparation checklist. Airpins and covers were removed, fuel quantity we've got 5.3 on board, seatbelts are on, I'm going to also start the APU. Cockpit preparation is completed, ADRs are on nav and BRF, we got QNH1011. Cockpit preparation checklist is complete. Alright, let's boot up the APU. Start to remove ground equipment. And remove the chocks. Don't remove the external power just yet. Call for the pushback. Connect with duct first.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Detach the jetway. Alright, and now the flow as a pilot flying is confirm the window is closed, beacon is on, and we're gonna watch for the nose wheel steering disconnect. APU's avail. Ground power off.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Check. Actually, I got this wrong, so we have to get the clearance first and then I start the flow. Windows closed, beacon on, nose wheel steering disconnect. As a monitoring, we check the window closed, ATC auto, nose wheel steering green disconnect, okay. Did it connect? Yeah, there we go. Nose wheel steering disconnect. Good. We'll request the clearance. Tokyo ground. All Nippon 745. Stand Golf 59. Request push and start.
Nippon 745. Tokyo ground. Push back approach. Runway 16 left.
Push and start approved. Runway 16 left. All Nippon 745.
Nippon 745, and the destination is crossed, frequency change approved.
Second for all Nippon 745.
Nippon 745, destination is closed, so frequency change approved.
Copy, frequency change approved, all Nippon 745, have a good day.
Good day.
Oh wow, they just all quit. They just all quit. Well, then we are cleared. Better pushback, change pushback.
Cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Yeah, we want to go here. And I'll do it like this, so the other person can push back.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, so window closed, beacon on. Nose wheel steering is on before start checklist. Before start, parking brake set, nose wheel steering disconnected, mobile phones off, ATC set, takeoff speeds and thrust. We've got flex 68, speeds 38, 38 and 41. Windows closed, beacon on before start check complete. Brakes are released, you're clear to push, or wait, no. Cockpit to ground. You're clear to push, we're facing north, starting engines sequence 1 and 2, advise when ready to start. Alright. Brakes are released, you may now.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, we'll be starting engine number 1. All clear, alright, so... Now it's my flow as... Starting 1. Let's listen. Ah! Moron. Abort. And try again. There we go. I was thinking, well, the bleed pressure's kinda low. Yeah, man, because you didn't turn on the APU bleed. The escapists. Hi, do you use any texture mod for the cockpit? Hello. As far as I'm concerned, no. It's default Toliss. Unless there is something from the livery that usually puts some stickers, but no. Alright, engine 1 available, starting 2. Alright, engine 2 is available. I start the pilot's flying flows, which is this, no anti-ice required, APU off. Pilot monitoring does the following: does this, reset this, flaps 1, set the pitch trim, which is gonna be up 0.4, and checks the status.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking set, we got 2 good starts,
Stand by.
clear to disconnect. Sync crash flyer. I have no idea what you wrote there. I have absolutely no idea what you wrote there. I have already greeted our guests. Ah, okay. You are doing Susie's job today.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Thank you very much. See you next time. Oh look, it's Japan logo. Interesting. Alright, pin is received on the left side after start checklist. After start checklist, anti-ice off. Ecom status checked. Pitch trim, we've set up 0.4% on the trim units actually. Rudder trim is neutral after start checklist is complete. Request taxi. Alright, all Nippon 745 requesting taxi. All Nippon 745 taxi via Echo and Kilo to Charlie 14 holding point running 16 left. Hey, taxi via Echo and Kilo Charlie 14 holding point 016 left, all Nippon 745. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. Lights on. Taxi not parking brake off, my controls. Brake check. And looking good. Clear on the right. And now max taxi speeds is 10 knots for apron, 10 knots for a 90-degree turn, 15 knots for less than a 90-degree turn, and 30 knots on straight taxiways. What was that? Right, we're clear on the right, clear on the left. Watch our speed there. Okay. Are you ready for flight control check? Yes. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Pilot monitoring does it again, silently, without the rudder. And then he does the after start flow, which is, the taxi flow. He does, no, wrong, sorry, it starts here, it goes this, and then this, and in this case it's gonna be here and here. Alright, and now I call for taxi checklist. Taxi checklist, flight controls checked, flap setting 1+F is set, radar and setting wind shear on, and oh, interesting, it says on. Well, we have auto, so it's gonna stay on auto. Engine mode selector is normal, eco memo, takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist is complete. Good. Alright, so far so good. Let's enable terrain radar on my side. Aviation Lifestyle, how are you? Welcome. How are you doing? You're just in time for a departure from Tokyo. Interesting, because they say here the strobes on when takeoff clearance received, landing lights on and nose lights take off. Because it's weird, what if you need to go onto the runway but you don't have, so you receive like a lineup and wait clearance. This might be a new question here. Or maybe I have it already. Strobes on when clearance received. Okay. Just have my little notes. All clear on the right, all clear on the left. Alright, I'll need Tokyo ground. I'll Nippon 745. We're approaching holding point 116 left, ready for departure. All Nippon 745 contact. Ah, that's somebody talking on VATSIM, okay. Contact tower on 118.575. Contact tower 118.575 on Nippon 745, bye-bye. Tokyo tower, all Nippon 745, good day, we're on holding point, Charlie 14, running 16 left, ready for departure. And all Nippon 745, line up, running 16 left, line up, running 16 left. All Nippon 745, okay, because we lined up, I'm gonna put lights on, wait for the strobes, because that's not clearance, clear on the left, clear on the right. Confirm that's running 16 left, so I would do lights, first officer would do confirm the runway and set TARA, and also do the cabin crew prepare for departure, and then line up checklist. Line up checklist, takeoff runway 16 left is confirmed, TCAS, TARA, takeoff clearance, we are awaiting clearance. Line up checklist complete. That was a terrible lineup. Right, all Nippon 745, clear takeoff runway 16 left. Clear takeoff runway 16 left, all Nippon 745. We got the clearance, light is on, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. 50%, chrono on, stick forward, stabilized. Medflex 68 SRS, runway auto thrust blue. I remove my hand, pilot monitoring puts the hand on the thrust, and it says thrust set. Checked. Between 80 knots and 100, I start to reduce the pressure. He calls 100 knots. I say check. Pilot monitoring calls V1, removes hand, rotate. He calls positive climb. I say gear up. He says gear up. I say nav. Initially pitched for 15 degrees, then follow the flight directors. Goodbye, Tokyo. Thrust climb, climb, auto thrust. I ask autopilot 1, pilot monitoring selects autopilot 1, I confirm autopilot 1. Okay. Secret Fire, did you know that I waved goodbye to the ground pit during takeoff? I can send you a video if you're interested. Yeah, sure, do it. Awful, safe flight, lad. We're just taxiing. Let's go, man. We'll see you at Hakodate. I call S speed flaps 0. Pilot monitoring says speed is checked, flaps 0. And then disarms this and puts the lights off. Now, I'm not sure. It says it needs to be during daytime all lights off, so let's assume it's that. So we'll put all the lights off. What beautiful outside. Very nice. Alright, all Nippon 745, contact departure on 126.0. For departure on 126.0, all Nippon 745, bye-bye. Tokyo departure, all Nippon 745, passing 4,500, climbing flight level 170 on the rover 3 alpha departure. All Nippon 745, identified, continue climb flight level 170, proceed direct to Bruce. Direct to Bruce and continue climbing level 170, all Nippon 745. Okay, Bruce direct, confirm, confirm. Beautiful. I like that they have the flag painted in the wing. It kind of looks cool. Alright, so far I think that's all set, right? Right. But then it says... stereo lights off. Ah, perhaps just these ones. And these ones stay, because it says retract. Hmm. possibly that is the case. Anyway, we're approaching 10,000. Now it'll be lights off, and we can consider the seatbelt sign. I'll maintain the seatbelt sign for now. I can barely hear whatever somebody's saying on the... frequency. Alright, all Nippon 745, climb for level 350. Climbing for level 350, all Nippon 745. For level 350, blue. РФС вас ладно, информация тебя не слышно на Unicom. Я не сделал ни один call на Unicom, но спасибо. Я полностью забыл. I forgot to do all the calls on Unicom. I was basically too focused on doing the procedures, right? It's a large airport. Somebody is there on runway 16. I don't see him though. Alright. Because now this is a short flight and we have a lot of stuff to do, somewhat, I would turn up to the pilot monitor and say you have controls, and he would say I have controls, I have communications. And transition altitude would set QNH standard, and passing flight level 147 now, and cross check. Good. And now I would pick up the weather at our destination. So because we don't have an ATIS there, I'm just going to grab it through the same brief, and it states variable 2 knots, good visibility, no clouds detected, temperature 11.9, QNH 1007. That's good, because yesterday when I was testing this airplane, the wind was like 20 knots. So I am glad that we have this calm weather situation, so I'll be doing that. Also, isn't there a way that we can check the ATIS of an airport? Tower center approach, like an automated weather information through X-Plane? I thought it was possible. I need to check that. I also, guys, found something. I'm not sure. Oh boy, I closed it. Right. I'm gonna have to go to my history probably. Find this. Jesus. So it's like Next ATC. It is a plugin for, oh, what the hell? It is a plugin for ATC, apparently free. Not amazing, but also not bad. There was a lot of good comments on Reddit, actually. So I might try this one. I might try it. It says it's better than the default ATC of X-Plane, so I might give it a go, to be fair. And it's been supported by the creator of 124th ATC, which I have no idea what that is, but apparently it was a nice one for X-Plane 11. So yeah, I need to check that. If anybody of you knows about this, I'd be very thankful if you could provide a little bit of light. Okay, so considering the weather that we have, literally a very good weather situation, I have the opportunity at this point to choose which runway I want to go for. And the planned one is going to be runway 12, which I believe is a little bit more scenic. And we have, yeah, we could go with RNP Zulu. It has LNAV, VNAV here. This this airplane does not have LPV capability, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, I don't see any problems, so we could just go with the final lap. I think it would be a good practice. We could also do an RNP authorization required, which this airplane I believe can do. So yeah, maybe we can do that. What would you guys say? Wolful, I'm airborne and the lights around Haneda at night is so good, even with my trash graphics, bet you missed it. Ah, it's alright. We're gonna come back here anyway. And we just went to the clouds. Pilot monitoring would probably set up anti-ice on. And I'm glad we have the seatbelt sign on. Good. So, our arrival goes from Taxir, I believe. Yes, from Taxir. We could just do the RNP AR into runway 12. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do this here? This is the authorization required with very close in turn. Or you want to do the normal RNP, or you want to do the ILS, or you want to do a VOR. Nah, I don't want to do the VOR. We didn't plan fuel for that. Yeah, we could do this one, I think. Let's just go VOR DME. The problem is I didn't exactly plan for the VOR, and we would probably require to do a course reversal because we would be arriving from this side. I mean, it's not exactly stipulated here, but I mean, we can do it. Nah, you know what? We'll have a different live stream with VOR stuff. It's gonna be different one. All right, let's do this one. Let's do the AR. I haven't done one in a while, and I feel like this one is gonna be fun. So it's gonna be RNP Yankee, and all right, we're still in clouds. So let's go arrival. ILS, no, RNAV 12 Yankee, that's correct. In this case I could go with no star, because we literally don't need it. Or wait, never mind, sorry. Yeah, we don't really need a star, because we literally arrive at the waypoint via Taxir, no transition, insert, and this is what we should have. Why is it so weird? Clear of clouds. Almost. Alright, I also forgot to change to the airport. That's procedure 10,000. So Taxir, UNOC, correct, that's correct, and that's correct as well. Bonnie. Alright, seems good. The missed approach is also correct and leaves us back to Taxir to join hold at 4,000. Okay, that's fine. So I got that. Anti-ice off, and now we can switch off the seatbelt sign. Now I would go to landing performance. Reset running 12, no wind. Let's compute. With auto brake low is more than enough. I would select the auto brake. And now I would say I have controls and communications. The pilot monitoring, he would say your controls and communications, and he would go and check all the routes that I've selected. Ah, one thing that I also missed. Crap. Stand by. So pilot monitoring gets the ATIS. Shares with the PF. I see you have control, and I prepare everything we need to prepare. I forgot to prepare the approach data. Alright, so sorry, let's reset that. That's why this is a practice stream. So, you know, flying this single pilot and then suddenly you have to share tasks with a different person is quite challenging. Alright, it says variable 2 knots, and because I like the idea that we'll aim for the worst, I'm gonna say that the wind is literally going 2 knots tailwind. So 2 knots tailwind is gonna be 290 approximately at 2. And minimus for us, Charlie, category 1, correction 402. 2, which is gonna be MDA. Good, so that's set. Secondary flight plan, I'll copy the active, and that will be it. Alright, now will be my controls and comms. Your controls and comms, he will check that, and then he would say, you have control. I have communication. Your communication, my control. And now we can do the approach briefing. And we'll do the approach briefing once we reach cruise, because we have time. It's not difficult, it's just I have to remember the exact order of doing things. Wolfie, you're gonna take the RNP as well. I think it's a fun one. Are you on the Boeing or on the Airbus? I think you were on the Airbus as well. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. One thing, because we are RNP, and this is based on GPS only, I would go to progress page, check the predictive GPS, check that it is available on the ETA, and I could also check it at the either initial approach fix or intermediate fix, which would be UNOC, and we could cross-check with the time that we have here when we'd be crossing it at 0658. I'll set it like 55. And we have GPS across that as well, which is good. Which is very, very good. Wolf, we are on the A320. Good, nice. So far, so good. Look at that wind, 123 knots. Now I feel like I'm on one of those pictures that Belegastel is posting on the Discord all the time with the crazy winds in Japan. I guess that's their reality. Jetstream usually sits there. So love the 320. Let's check outside view. And I really like this livery. It seems so fresh. I don't know. But I think this is, yeah, this is a new one. Really nice. And with the engines, looks very, very cool. РФ Сервас, какая ВПП в работе? Я возьму 12-ю. Synchro fire, but we're not in a heli, so wind is fine. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I'll actually leave the train on ND because we'll need it anyway once we'll be arriving, because there is some high terrain near the airport. Alright, we are 1002 level and we are above 1,000 feet per minute, so I'll decrease it to plus 900. It will be a little bit smoother. And we can check some views, finally. Can finally check some views of some new areas of Japan. Using ARC ortho photos. What is the best source for Japan? Is it Bing or is it ARC? Because I'm not liking very much what I'm seeing right now. It seems very different. Or perhaps it's literally like that. Now this one is cut out. This is pretty. Well, I guess the sim just heard me saying that I don't like it, so it just made it darker. Alt start. And alt cruise. Do we have time in Hakodate so I can buy some fish? Yes. In fact, I'm not sure I will be doing... I was thinking initially of flying to Sapporo, but I don't think I will. I might probably just end it here, and we will fly again tomorrow on a quite interesting flight as well, Airbus again. This time will be 321 Neo, and I'll be back in India because I really wanted to fly more in India, and then I did one single flight and that was it. So I want to fly more there. Alright, so the briefing is like, well, the preparation. Be 120 nautical miles before top of descent. We are 115 because we have not a lot of tailwind, but still, let's do the briefing already, okay? So arrival briefing, starting with the pilot monitoring. Approach briefing. Are you ready? I'm ready. So we are arriving to Hakodate runway 12. We don't have a star. We're proceeding directly to the initial approach, which is going to be RNP Yankee runway 12. Authorization required on page 12-20, effective from 19th of February at 15:00 Zulu. I wonder, do we really have to like do the thing? I will do the thing, okay? We're going to be arriving at taxi at initial approach fix 4,000 feet, and then proceeding over to Bonny and Unacht, 2,500. Charlie Hotel 271, max 185. Bessar final approach point, 2,500. We'll do some, 7.4. We'll do flaps. No, we'll do like the procedure states that if we have a platform altitude below 3,000 feet, we do early stabilization criteria, so we'll have to be stabilized by Bessar, and landing checklist complete. Then we have radius turn to Charlie Hotel 272, and then towards the runway. It's a 3-degree descent, and minimas are 402. All right. Landing elevation is roughly 110 feet. Go around trajectory, we climbed to 4,000, Charlie Hotel 273 ahead, then right turn to taxi and hold, contact Shirakami approach. In terms of extra fuel, we'll probably still have the extra 20 minutes. Well, it now says 35, but I'll assume it's going to be less than that. So let's assume 25 of extra fuel. Diversion fuel is 2.2, and it states here we'll be arriving with 2.7. So that's it. Then I start briefing my side. Our transition level is 140. We'll use final app, no LS push buttons required. We can actually use flaps 3 probably, to be fair, because we'll be using early stabilization. Yeah, let's use flaps 3. Should have thought about this earlier. And there we go. So stabilization altitude will be 1,110, but we'll use early stabilization anyway, so at 2,500. We'll use auto brake low, reverse normal, and we'll probably vacate somewhere along Tango 5 or Tango 4. The runway's pretty long anyway. No hot spots, no special operations. I don't see anything non-standard. We checked the rain, and that's going to be about it. Now, threats. Threats, we'll discuss both, and the main threat I see here is possible terrain. Wind change, because we have a variable wind, which means it can change, can get a little bit of extra tailwind, so we'll need to pay attention to that in order not to exceed the company's limitation. And yeah, flaps 3, not to forget that. And also, in case of GPS loss, what we can do is plan a contingency. So let's say we lose the GPS. If we lose the GPS early, we'll just do the missed approach. If we're visual, we could try to continue visually. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise it's a missed approach essentially. I was thinking of just putting the ILS, but we're not exactly aligned with the ILS, so I think it's pointless, but I could put it there. India Hotel Lima. India Hotel Lima. We could just put it there for the sake of it. Check approach selection, yes I know. And so far, so good. That would be the main threat. Terrain and GPS loss. Alright, in that case the briefing would be complete. And we would be ready. Not too bad. Not too bad. That has to be a train track. Yes it is, of course it is. I feel like the weather conditions just changed suddenly. Okay, so now we continue. And next is gonna be the descent initiation, which I will say descent initiate MCDU progress or performance page, which is already in. The pilot monitoring will cycle the seatbelt sign and call cabin crew start of descent and MCDU on flight plan page, so it is already there, which is good. Okay. Synchronous fire, you can fly to Sapporo with a Q400 real-life flight. Ah, I don't have that plane though. And that's a plane that honestly doesn't... I don't know, I just... it's kind of like... kind of don't like it, I don't know. Just doesn't feel as attractive to me. And plus it's another plane that I would fly very, very little. I would rather fly on the King Air, on the C-90. That would be a nice plane to do it. Or on the Metroliner. I am waiting for the Metroliner. Stormy, can't hang out until the end. Sadly, have some things to do. Safe landings. I'll catch the VOD. Stormy, thank you so much for tuning in. Wish me luck with these procedures, and thanks for tuning. It was great to have you here. Have a good one. Okay, pretty good. Also, it would be pretty cool if the standby compass on the Toliss A320 actually worked and we could see the icing. The standby compass works, you just have to pull it, no? Yeah, it works, look. What would be cool is to see the icing here on the rod. This would be nice. Ah, the light! Doesn't it have a light? Okay. Because I'm flying daytime. Actually enjoying the views. Yeah, the Orta's not a fan of the arc here, and the mountains, they don't look very good. Like the normal terrain looks fine, but the other side not so much. Alright, 80 miles to the top of descent. Plane is doing a great job. We also gotta fly the 777. We haven't done it for a while. Gotta do that as well. Why are we flying Max 77? Let's get some speed there. I mean, I know where we're flying Max 77. We were doing Costa X5, that's why. Trying to remember what was the last flight we did. 320. Oh yeah, it was 320 to Bagar with Atlantic Airways, and I remember that the fuel consumption was 900 and something kilos, even when I was going pretty fast. I want to see what's the fuel consumption now, even though we have a little bit of wind fluctuation, but it would be curious to see. Synchronous Flyer, Jet Airways 777 India Ops. I have one for Air India, actually. Willful, by the way, Vlad, what commercial airliner would you love to fly when you, how do I say, complete your training when done with general aviation? You know, the best answer to that would be to fly an airliner that pays me. Where I get paid, you know? I'd love to fly one which would get my my bills paid and so on. If I could choose, Airbus, of course. I'd be happy on the 320. I'd be completely happy on the 320. So yeah, the wind oscillations are not really helping us because it's going below 930 and then going pretty much full power. And also, you know what, let's just check something here very quickly. We wanted to be at 4,000 feet at Taxir, but we didn't do any descent calculations for just for sanity reasons. So 35 minus 4, it's going to be 31. 31 times 393. I'll add 10 knots, 103, and I'll add probably at least 2 more. So 103, let's do 105. Radius, let's see. So yeah, a little bit earlier than the descent there, but I think we can trust the VNav on this. We'll see how it goes. Да, ветерок неплохой. Хорошо, что мы не летим против него. I'm glad that we're not flying against the wind, because then it would be fun. I mean, we can see ourselves drift pretty well. This is the direction of the flight, we're going like that. Yeah, look at us drift. This is perfect. They hating, whatever is the music. Yeah, we're rolling, they're hating, something like that. Samuel Staten, hello Vlad, I'm working on a scenery project of Moscow Sheremetyevo Airport, but as it looked during the 80s, it will be a great place to fly the Tupolev 154B. I can send it to you if you are interested. Synchronous Flyer already entering at full speed with the fuel burner. Vlad, good, Vlad loves the Tupolev 154. Thank you very much. That would be quite an interesting one. And are you on our Discord? If you are on our Discord, we can talk there. I'm not sure on the 154 right now. But time will tell, okay? Perhaps I'll get back to it. Or in all fairness, I'll probably fly the 134 because I remember it better, and it's just easier for me to go on to the 134 than the 154 because I'll need to remember it again. But yeah, man, that's really nice. So it will be without the other runway, the new runway, and what else there will be. I'm actually curious now. Flat loves the 154. You guys love to see me suffer. Alright, let's do a very quick fuel check. In fact, I could just remove this, we don't need it. 31 miles till top of descent, and we burned 150, and we have 125. Yeah, that's correct. Good. No fuel leaks, so that's good. Alright, I will reset the altitude to 4,000 feet in a minute, and we'll recheck the weather once again. Weather is still the same, QNH1008, good. Aeroflot also uses 777s and 320s, so yeah, but if it's an airport from 1980, I'm not sure what airplanes Aeroflot had at that time that would fit in the 1980s vibe. But yes. Samuel, I do not have or want this cord. Could I send it to you via email or explain forums? Yes, you can. My email is in the description of the channel. If you go there, you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to contact me. If you want, just for, let's say, safety reasons, you can send me an email, like a test email, like, hey, I sent a message on the chat regarding the Moscow scenery, just to check it out. That's that the email goes through, because I don't know, let's say the email is wrong or whatever, and then you send your scenery to somebody else. We'll try to avoid that. Alright, 16 miles to go. Pretty good. Hello, Yekaterina. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'll send it to you tomorrow. I have work for the rest of the day and I'm leaving. Yeah, no problem. Thanks very much. I'll have a look and we'll see what we can do. I haven't flown into Moscow for a while. It's gonna be interesting. It is going to be definitely interesting. Okay, so 4,000. 10 miles to go. So yeah, the fuel consumption, when it kind of stabilizes, it stays around 1,000 plus. So there is definitely a difference in fuel burn from the Neo to this one. Flying to Moscow with any analog cockpit would be pretty much 80s vibe to me. Drew? Probably yes. I'd need to see what would be the best fitting. The best fitting flight. Alright, selected speed. Let's go manage descent. So I initiated the descent. We are on the progress page. First officer does like this and calls cabin crew start descent. MCD on the flight plan page. And we are set for descent. Влад, интересный вопросик. Планируешь, хочешь ли ты слетать в кругосветку? Это действительно интересный вопросик. So, RFS Airbus is asking if I am planning or I want to do a world tour. And I believe if you are watching the channel for a long time, я сейчас отвечу тебе по-русски тоже. I'll reply in English and Russian separately. Thrust idle. I have an idea for a world tour flight, yes, and I have it for a very long time. I have the plane for it. I even did the I even did delivery for it, but right now it's a question of time. Like, I don't have the time to do it, but I have it, and I had like an idea to make it really interesting even for me, because I think the planet is so diverse. There are so many different countries, different cities, different cultures, different interesting aspects. I wanted to fly in a way which every time I fly to somewhere new, I would have to learn something about that place, and then we would talk about it with you. So, you know, it's like flying inside of an encyclopedia in certain way, but in a very simplified way, of course. Yeah, that would be the idea, but I don't know when I will be able to do this. Goodbye, Vlad. Have a great rest of your flight. Thank you very much, Samuel. Good luck there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow by email then. Поэтому отвечаю на твой вопрос. Я давно, на самом деле, уже планирую кругосветный полет. Я даже покрасил специальную ливрейку для этого, у меня есть концепт-идея. Но, к сожалению, у меня просто не хватает времени, чтобы этим заняться. Но это что-то, что я реально бы хотел бы сделать, потому что, мне кажется, мир такой огромный, и у нас столько разных стран, культур, красот, мест, которые можно посмотреть, повидать, чему-то новому научиться, что я бы с удовольствием бы хотел это занять. И знаешь, каждый раз, когда ты куда-то летишь, узнавать что-то об этом месте. Это было бы супер здорово. И потом, естественно, делиться об этом с вами. Поэтому да, время покажет. Я посмотрю, что где и как. Так что да. Alright, that's replied in Russian as well. We are nice and clean on our descent. Oh, look, look, look. What airport is that? Hakodate no Shira. I'm pretty sure Bella Gastel spoke about this airport. Is there a traffic there? Kinda looked to me like there was a traffic. No. But it has a shorter runway, so some short runway ops in Japan. Definitely looking forward to that as well. Alright, next clearance will be, or next flow will be at flight level 150, and we'll have to switch the seatbelt sign to on. I mean, we could already switch it on, of course, but right now we don't require. That's better. Oh, and I just forgot something very quickly. A bit better. A bit sharper. I wonder what the weather is going to be tomorrow. This will be arriving into India. Very interesting airport in the middle of the mountains. Quite nice scenery. It's not hard, it's not extreme like Innsbruck or Paro or something like... Not even like Kathmandu. I feel like Kathmandu is even more challenging. But it's a cool airport nonetheless. And it's a new destination for the channel, which I never visited before. Alright, the wind dropped down 62 knots. Thrust is still on idle. Speed is being nicely maintained. And remember, we want it to be early stabilized, so at Bessar we have to be fully configured. So I'd probably start to configure from UNOC. Let me see if I can do some adjustment Let's see if the descent path changes a lot or not. Seems like it did. That looks like an old volcano. It's sitting right next to it. Pretty good. Looking at these views, and I feel that I miss traveling. If I could, I would travel by airplane like 3 to 4 times per year. Yep. I wouldn't mind working on an airplane. Woeful, damn this, that there is a blackout where I am. Oh, really? Oh, wait, does it mean that you just... Did your computer just went out? Oh. If I force it 2,500 to Bonnie and add 4,000 and Taxir, like the chart asks. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna follow up now. I disconnected from VATSIM and my laptop won't be able to run X-Plane 12 without being plugged in, but I'm gonna watch the rest from here. Oh. Okay. Oh well, that's unfortunate, man. That sucks. Nice coastline. Yeah, 2,000 feet above, we'll need a little bit of help from our friends called speed brakes. We're also approaching flight level 150. Missed approach is 4,000. Alright, flight level 150, seatbelt signs on. And PA for from the PM. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Now, once we get transition level and below 10,000 feet, we'll switch to approach checklist. Alright, QNH 1008, 1008. Speed brakes not required anymore. 1008, rating 13,000 now. Cross-checked. Good. Yeah, man, that was unlucky, Willful. That was actually pretty unlucky. Let me recheck the weather. Still variable 2 knots. Good. I will completely take that. Secret, do you have installed XAG? If not, maybe this is why my sim crash all the time. Flying Japan now. I don't remember. I think so. I think I have. I can check. Wait, let me check it very quickly. I know that I uninstalled a bunch of stuff, but I'm not sure. Yep, I have it. I have. For the entire world. And I have Fly Japan. No, wait, how's that? Japan Pro? Something like that? Maybe that's the order. That's... I don't know. But it's weird. Okay, we're approaching 10,000 feet. Give it a little bit of help. Alright, 10,000 feet. My flow is constraint mode on. And MCDU is gonna stay on the same page. No LS push buttons required. Pilot monitoring lights on. And belt is confirmed. Constraint mode on. We don't have weather. I'll put terrain on AD on his side as well. And that's it. Okay, good. Because we've got transition, we've got QNH and below 10,000 feet, approach checklist. Approach checklist, bearer ref 1018 set and cross checked. Seatbelts on, minimum 402 set, auto brake low, engine mode selector normal. Approach checklist complete. Melagastel, hey! Are you gonna fly the second leg to our JCC? I'm thinking, man. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Not today. I'll do it next time on a different airplane, different flight. Maybe different conditions. Alright, let me first select 2,500 already. We have 4,000 purple. Yep. Still nice that I made it to the stream. Yes, man. And I'm finally doing the flight that you guys requested so much. Oh my god, these guys are gonna crash into each other. Ladies and gentlemen, from the news directly, this is why your Amazon package is gonna get delayed. Or maybe they are gonna get in time. Whatever is the captain of those two ships, or the captains, they're not doing a very good job. Okay, I think they are safe now. That is properly close. Oh my god, that is... Look at it, so close, man. And I get... Okay, this guy just saved it. Sort of, because he was going that way. And now he's turning again. Are they actually trying to kill each other? Or mating? And no, all the GPUs from China. Oh man, don't even try to talk about GPUs, man. That's just such a sad topic. Alright, we wanted early stabilization, so Charlie Hotel 271. will have to be stabilized by Charlie Hotel 271. Okay, and I will have to initial approach, reduce speed to green dot, activate approach phase. Yeah, I could. I'm gonna wait just a tiny bit more. Is he really gonna pass a taxi here at 4,000? I wonder. Let's see. Taxi here to Bonnie, I'm gonna pull the vertical speed. We'll do a shallow descent. Like a properly shallow descent while slowing down. They should use DHL All Pros here. Yeah. Alright, so we crossed 4,000. Let's adjust the vertical speed here. Minus 600. Activate approach phase. We've got the VDAV already there. Interesting, good. So just let it slow down. Nice and quietly. Alright, activate approach phase. Ah, okay, I should have called activate approach phase. PM would do the activate approach phase activated. And if it's being radar vector to extend center line. Okay. The rest is pretty much standard. Good. Alright, 2,200 diversion fuel. Remember that. I love this Airbus sound. It is so good. Alright, I'll start to slow down from UNOC. I think we're gonna have enough space with flaps, gear, and so on. Pretty much should be pretty much okay. We'll keep the clean airplane as late as we can. I mean, at Bessar is where we start to descend.
2,500.
And that's checked. Alt star. Alt. Very good. 138. See if there's anybody coming up there. Yeah, we have one traffic behind us. Oh, we've got a helicopter here. Let me guess. Who is that? I don't know, but I have a very good guess who might be flying a helicopter out of Hakodate at this point. Somebody who just got into the live stream. And by the way, what the hell is this wind? 2708 knots. Interesting. So we're gonna have freaking 8-knot tailwind. Not cool. Not cool. Let's do an assessment here of the wind. There is something wrong with the wind, with the way that the MiG-TARs and X-plane lately have been done. It's still variable 2 knots. How the hell does it does 2708 knots? I don't understand it. But alright. Should be able to see the airport. There it is. Alright, we just passed UNOX. Speed is check, flaps 1. Speed check, flaps 1. Start to slow down. And speed check, flaps 2. Arm approach, final lap, gear down, flaps 3, missed approach altitude 4,000 feet set, landing checklist. It's gonna work only below the 2,000, but we could do it anyway. Nika memo, stand by that. Yeah, could have configured even later. Hakodate traffic, Alt Nippon 745 is on the RNP Yankee, turning to final runway 12 Hakodate. What is this wind, man? Спасибо. Right, we are configured, we are exactly where we want it to be. All set and done, basically with the landing checklist complete. Flaps 3. That's quite nice. I just like the wind. This is stupid. This is bad for X-plane. Like 2709 knots. If it gets above 10, or it gets into the 10-ish, might do missed approach. Alright, there's Bessar. We should start the descent now. There it goes. 24 knots, holy cow. Alright, 2.2 diversion fuel. We have basically one attempt to do a go around.
Hakodate traffic is again, can we skip Delta, remaining 1 mile north of the aerodrome, Hakodate.
There is Billy Estelle with a helicopter.
2000.
That's checked, and landing checks is complete. Memo landing no blue. Runway is inside, autopilot off. I'll keep the flight directors for now. See 2 whites, 2 reds. Looking at the wind speed. There's a lot of houses here that are being killing all my frame rate.
1000.
We are stabilized. Right, wind speed is decreasing, but it's still well above 10.
500.
A bit low correcting.
100 above.
Check.
400. Minimum
Continue.
300.
There's 11 knots.
200.
Autopilot reversion.
100.
11 knots on the threshold. Go around.
50. 40.
Go around flaps. Positive climb. I call gear up. Gear up. Hakodate traffic. Call Nippon 745 going around.
Traffic. Traffic.
Hakodate traffic is Yankee Whiskey Delta on base runway 12 for low pass Hakodate.
At 1000. Trust climb, auto trust. Select autopilot 1. Trust climb, open climb, autopilot 1. So let's go 4,000 feet. Flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. Yeah, we were outside of the limits. We were outside of the limits. So I'd probably at this point request... No, not request, we have time. Because we have good conditions, I will elect to do a hold, prepare the approach into the opposite runway, and do the approach rather than just going into the our destination alternate. There's no point in doing that. Speed alt star. As speed, flap 0, speed is checked, flap 0. I'm gonna keep green dot speed, that's correct. And we're now proceeding to taxier for the hold. So let me do actually like this, 240 into taxier. Let's go secondary. Secondary. Arrival. Let's do the RNAV runway 30, so that's gonna be the Yankee. It starts from taxier as well. And no star. No transition, insert, good. So right now, let's go full heading. Secondary flight plan. Activate secondary. Flight plan. Did it really just clear out everything? Ah, it's on the missed approach. Let me reprogram it. I know it's correct. It's correct. So back to the... No. Weird. RNAV, Yankee, no star, taxier, insert. Insert, direct, taxier, insert. Alright, now, we're good. Hold. Database, yeah, it's the database. Insert, there we go. Alright. So from taxier should be Sabio, Trappy. It's not inserting the approach. Alright, there we go. There we go, finally. Finally. Finally, we got it. Savio, Trappy, Charlie Hotel 054, 272. Okay, that's it. I don't understand this. There's something wrong with this. I guess I bugged the box. I did something I was not supposed. Because it's very weird. I don't have the altitudes for the approach like it should be. Like this, green dot speed. And the fuel is not amazing here. Here I have the altitude. What the hell is going on here? Delete secondary. Let's do a different one. Are you guys seeing the same thing as I am? Now this is fine. We're entering the hold. And let me do it like this. For a second, activate secondary. Direct. Yeah, before I do the direct, let's go Taxier, hold, database, insert, direct. Taxier, insert with the hold. You can do it like this first, do a little bit more of an offset, and then before it gets all wobbly. Alright, performance. Activate the approach phase, confirm. I have to reset the data. It's 270 with 9. Temperature 9. Minimums will be 486. Yep. I want a left turn right, because we're doing an offset. Yep, that's it. Confirm, and we're entering the hold nav. Good. So pilot monitor will be flying the plane now. Leave it here. Progress, performance, config, flaps 3. Reset. 2709. Compute. Low. Have plenty of margin this time. Much better. Overhead is good. How are we in the fuel situation? Not terrible. Prefer to be better. Final reserve fuel is 1.1. Okay, so we're good. I believe from this point we could almost do a very quick briefing. So just reconfigure that we're doing now a different approach. We are in Taxier, we are at 4,000 feet, and we'll be doing for Taxier RNP Yankee running 30 from page 12-21. Same MSA, minimums are different. The rest is basically all the same. Savio 2500 to Trappy to Charlie Hotel 054. We start to descend at Trappy. It's a 3-degree descent. And missed approach, straight ahead, climbing to 4000 Charlie Hotel 272, Charlie Hotel 056. Via fixed radius, turn to Taxier and hold. That's basically it. We'll have to vacate at a different stand, I expect at Tango 3, directly to the terminal. And that's about it. Questions? no questions. Seems like good. Okay, let's do approach checklist again. So barrel ref still 1008. Let me recheck this thing here. 007 there. Let's adjust it. 1007. That's adjusted. Seatbelts on, minimum 486 set, auto brake low, engine mode selector normal, approach checklist is complete. Alright, direct, so we are direct taxi here, insert flight plan, I can remove the hold, insert. We're now back in track. Alright, I have controls, you have comms. Maintain clean speed for now. Hakodate traffic, all Nippon 745. We are 2.4 miles from taxi. We'll be executing the RNAV Yankee 41830. Hakodate traffic.
Traffic, Yankee Whiskey Delta, taking off again about 1 mile west, touching east of the aerodrome, Hakodate.
Alright, so Belagastel is holding there with his airplane. Our helicopter, 2,500 here. Taxi, I'll do vertical speed. And of course we would have to do the announcement, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain speaking. We had to execute a missed approach because the wind was outside of the limits. For landing, we have now programmed the approach for the opposite runway, and we will be landing in about 5 minutes. So thank you for your patience and understanding. Alright, speed, vertical speed minus 800, altitude, nav. Just idle open descent, yeah, it went to reversion, so let's just do minus 600, like that, very slowly. We'll do the same early stabilization. Or, to be fair, because we're now in a situation where we need to save a little bit of fuel, I will keep 180 knots until Bessar, and only from there I'll put the gear down and flaps full. It went all the way. Weird, whatever happened there with the flight plan, it was weird. Okay, we did the approach checklist, next is landing checklist. Let's show the heli how the real landing looks like. Well, we'll see. Outstar.
2,500.
It's checked. Radio altimeter is alive. We're looking good now. 4.1 miles till Trape. And if I arm approach at nav, Let's go flaps 1. The indication is not completely right as well. Regarding approach, whatever I did, I broke it. Tons on the fuel, flaps 2. Speed is checked. And the trapper should start descent, but we don't have the indication. That is weird. I hope it will start to descend. Final lap. Okay, so it lost indications. Might have to send this one to Toliss. Missed approach altitude 4,000 feet is set. Let's go gear down. And flaps 3. Yeah, no indications, but the plane is doing what it's supposed to do. Weird. Sure as hell I'm not getting the smooth touchdown with the R22. 2000, got landing and landing checklist. Take a memo, landing no blue, landing checklist complete. Hakodate traffic, all Nippon 745 is now turning final, runway 30, Hakodate.
The traffic is thank you. Still performing orbits about 1 mile north-northeast of the airport.
Check. Лубочка снимаю посадочку, so RFS Airbus is filming the landing. Guys, do me a favor and watch what is the wind speed on touchdown, okay? So we're on the threshold, it was 11 knots. Okay, visual with the runway. Autopilot off. Feels like we're a little bit high. Let's see full
Traffic.
watts.
Traffic.
Let's go flood reactors off. Bird on. Set runway track. Recover a little bit of altitude here. Our visual will continue until 500 AGL.
1,000.
It's checked. 1 red. Start to slow down on the descent rate. Watch the descent rate. 2 whites, 2 reds were recovered. Stabilized by 500 AGL. Clear to land. knots.
Above.
Check.
500. Minimum.
Continue.
400. 300.
A bit low correcting.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Pilot monitoring says spoilers, reverse green, decel. And he calls 70 knots. I put the reverse to idle. Manual braking.
Auto brake off.
And once we are at taxi speed, I stow the reverse.
runway not 12, Hakodate.
Alright, and we are vacating now. Okay, and I start by doing this, sorry, wrong way. This, clear left, clear right, and pilot monitoring does the rest. So this, and starts the APU. And straight from here. Oh, wait. This, then flaps, then TCAS, then start the APU.
Hakodate traffic is getting 2 speed delta, landing runway 30. Hakodate.
And we'll stop right here. Still landing light off. Or taxi light off. Very short taxi. I didn't want to go to the gates because this is an old X-Plane 11 scenery. Looks very good, but the jetways do not work, so I just want to stop here. Ah, there's Bellegastel. Alright, parking brake is set. We have to wait for the engine to cool down anyway. About 2 minutes. AP is now available. And almost 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes. 1, 2. I do that. And the first officer, I do that. First officer does this. No, sorry. Engines off, seatbelt sign off, beacon off, that's correct. And he does transponder standby, 2000. And fuel pumps off. Just like that. Alright, I also missed the after landing checklist. Flaps and radar and protective windshield, but I do the flow and parking checklist, parking brake or chocks, set engines off, external lights set, fuel pumps off, yellow electric pump is off. Very good. Let's get some stairs. Cones, people, and that should be enough.
Hakodate traffic is getting 2 speed delta, runway vacated, cover taxi to the general aviation area, Hakodate.
And there's Bill again. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Man, you're doing a very good job. Willful, those yellow runway marks I've heard about. Yep. That's why I decided to go with the scenery, because it looked good. Okay, so... Whoa, what the hell was that? Was that a hello? Or was that a bit of a pedal oversteer? Okay, so I think we need a little debrief on the flight. So what did happen on the approach? I think the approach went okay, the first one. Went okay, we had the right indications. We did the approach, the problem was actually the wind. We did all the calculation, the wind was supposed to be light, it's even variable 1 knot right now, if you don't believe me. Here it is, it's variable 1 knot, no clouds detected, temperature is 7, so whatever is happening with the X-Plane lately with the weather, they really need to fix this, because it's becoming quite annoying. To be fair, like there are many airports where the weather is different. Like, why is the wind 2708 to 8 knots here? And it's not 8 knots, it's actually more. Did you guys see the wind on touchdown? I flared a bit long there, but yeah. Anyway, so there was that. So we elected to go around. There was not a lot of fuel, but the conditions, the weather conditions were nice. It's not like we had a thunderstorm or something right here, or fog, that would make us need to divert to a different airport. So I elected to use the fuel for the alternate to land here, so we can get the passengers to their destination rather than go to the alternate and spend the fuel to come back, etc., etc. So we had enough fuel and we landed. We still are well above final reserve fuel, which was 1.1 tons, so we are 760 kilos. That's almost 30 minutes of flight time. So there was that. Then missed approach went all okay, and I'm not sure what did I do wrong. Either I sequenced the flight plan or I changed the flight plan at a sensitive time when I was not supposed to do it. Maybe that was the case, but regardless, we kind of like the destination airport was all messed up. So I had to kind of like re-clear everything, and once I re-cleared it, I was able to finally insert correctly the RNP approach. Even though we had the correct RNP approach, the indications were not totally correct, and that was weird, but the airplane was doing what it was supposed to do. And the indications of the FMA were correct as well. We had the correct flight directors, correct indications there. A little bit high, but possibly that could be normal. Not sure. Not sure, or maybe it was because of the bugs. So because we're visual, disconnect the autopilot, visually stabilize the airplane a little bit later than 1,000 feet. We went until 500 feet AGL, so I was aiming to be stable at 660 AGL, which we were, and then we landed safely. Good. Notes for me. I think I need to study a little bit better the SOPs. It's still weird to do this all by myself because I need to do my stuff and then I need to do the other stuff. But at the same time, I think this is going to be really good because this way I'll know both procedures really well, both flows. I need to memorize the triggers better. And overall, I think it was a positive experience. So there will be more tomorrow. Let's watch the replay. I think I over-flared it. Trying to do a smooth landing. Wolful, thank you for flying with me. RFS Airbus, I think you flew with us as well. Thank you very much for flying with us. And Belagastel, it was great to see you hover with your little helicopter. It was really nice. So I really went for it. I think I touched down the runway and then I went up again because it was a really smooth one. I'm pretty sure I touched down, or maybe not. No, I didn't. Should have let it go there. But it was alright. It was alright. Nice scenery, by the way. Not for X-Plane 12, but still. And I used the flatten as well, because the runway was all jagged. This is where I should have kind of let it go, and it would be perfect. But I just kept maintaining it. It was alright. It was alright. Okay, let's park the airplane. Get out of here. Just reconnect to VATSIM for picture effects. Or maybe not. And yeah, I will end it here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Not sure yet when 100% I'll be putting the time. I'll probably post it on the Discord, or I'll discuss it on Discord with you guys. Maybe an hour later than today, or maybe at the same time. We'll see. But we'll go to India, and we'll practice a little bit more. All right, that's it. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye bye.